Well, we're cutting our last field of beans. Well, it won't get done tonight. Get everything full and stop. Hopefully finish it tomorrow. None of these beans are running great. These are nice looking beans too, and they ain't yielding. It's just it was just too hot and dry there for a period. But my early beans did well, but I didn't have that many early beans out. It was too wet to plant everything. So, Austin's running the combine, and the semi. It'll be full here. I guess the other cart's got some in it. And the wagon's here, so he can dump. We can run another 2 or 3 hoppers. 3 more hoppers full. So we'll get a good chunk of these beans off. I say they look nice, but they're just tiny. They're so hot and dry. They're all running in the 40s. They're later ones, and we waited. And good thing we like the ones we did. The early ones were pretty good. The ones in the middle we planted were terrible because we planted them too wet. And these are the later ones that we worked. This was corn stubble and had a lot of ruts. So we disked it, and then we went over the soil finisher and packer, and they look really nice, but then they burn up because of the hot dry weather. We got rain here, but it was a little too late. But there's farmers not too far from here, areas that I think are a lot worse than us, because they didn't get that rain I got. I don't know how much that rain helped me, but I'm guessing 5 bushel. I don't know what these would have been without that, but they were already burning up before we got there, and you'd see them dying on the hills and stuff. So I think the corn's gonna be a little better, at least my first field of corn. I don't know how the rest of our corn's gonna be. We will find out. You know, we've been spoiled for too many years. Had phenomenal yields for us, just phenomenal yields. So it's not a terrible year, but when you factor in the price of crops, it's a pretty bad year. If we don't get something changed at the top of this, something changed with the way this country is being run, it's just going to get worse and worse, I'm telling you. That's just my opinion, though. I don't know anybody in there is going to change anything. I'm not saying that, but it's just not good in any way, shape, or form. But I hope we get these beans off tomorrow. It's 7 o'clock now, I think. So I'll get a shot of him coming back. Well, good morning and welcome to another episode of OB Acres. I think there's a video I had before this I might tack on, but I wanted to show this. We had another near catastrophe last night. We were cutting the beans for a friend of mine because he wanted to get some weed out. Another field that I didn't expect doing because his brother had a breakdown too, I guess. And we kept getting out of the combine, and every time we got out of the combine, we could smell something like leaves burning. And we kept looking around the combine, and we thought it was up front at first. Looking around, kept checking, and we couldn't find anything. And because it's getting dark, so you can't see, and didn't see nothing smoking, but you could just smell it. So we got all done, and Austin's cleaning the combine up, folding the bit extension down quick for tonight, and he says, "Look, I found it, and here it is. Right here, there was a bunch of ambers. You could see glowing. Well, you could smell it, and you see ambers smoking. So we still didn't know exactly what bearing was going out. So we took this guard off, And I take the tension off the belt here. Take the tension off the belt so this pulley and everything is free, and this pulley was seized up. And it wasn't red hot. You even felt it. It wasn't, you know, real, you know, you think it'd be red hot, but the one bearing on the inside was out. So we just brought we were real close to home here. That's the whole reason I agreed to do it, because it was right next to us. And we brought it home last night at 9 o'clock, and I pulled this pulley off, and it come right apart. It's just 2 snap rings, 2 bearings. Pulled it right apart, and we're just lucky we found it. And we put water down around the stuff that was in the field. It wasn't going to catch fire. It was too much dirt, but the combine could have. So we pulled it back here, and I hosed this area down to make sure, left it outside to make sure wasn't anything that could extinguish, that could catch fire. But I should have known something was wrong. I don't think the chopper was spinning full blast. I think it was slipping a little bit, but nothing was smoking, because there'd be a pile of bean straw here every time, and a little bit so it wasn't all going through the chopper, I don't think. So anyhow, luckily when I hauled that load in the elevator, they sell bearings, and they had the right bearing. It's a metric bearing, and they had both of them, so they didn't have to go to the dealership. So that was nice. But this is spinning free, so that's okay. I probably need to all these idler pulleys, I need to check these bearings this winter and replace. I replaced this one, I think, already. One of these I replaced, I think. But that one up there probably needs replaced. But anyhow, near catastrophe. You know, when you smell something, it's probably actually something you need to look at it over. We should have stopped and found what was going on, but I wanted to get that done, and it could have turned into a bad night, though. I'm gonna go do that today. So anyhow, near catastrophe. This word's the wisdom. If you smell like leaves burning, especially with beans, you get out and check all your pulleys and make sure, because I think 90% of combine fires or from a bearing going out. 90%, I don't know what, I'm not sure, but I'm just guessing the bearing is normally the problem. You get these it's so dry out right now, it wouldn't take much to catch fire. I blew it off yesterday, luckily. I blew all the straw off of it to try to avoid that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. So anyhow, that's what happened. It's back together already. It didn't take long. There's once in a while you get an easy one like that. All right. I'll see what else is going on. Yeah, we're over here at Reppy's doing his beans. They're actually pretty nice. A lot of manure on it, I'm guessing. Here, my brother's in the cab with me. How's it going, everybody? Yeah, Mark's wanting us to take some video. He's taking some video, but I'll take a little bit. It's kind of hard to do that. Hard to do that when you're running the combine, but it's going all right. Yeah, these are pretty nice beans, actually. It's surprising that wildlife usually gets them pretty bad back here, but once we got the corners off, there's another big groundhog. Oh my God, that thing's huge. That's surprising. They eat more of the beans. Yeah, they're pretty nice. It said they're still only running 40, but that's just the way the beans are this year. Hitting the window. We ought to get a lot of straw off of this. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Wow. I think it'll fit on his wagon. It'll be close. There's the data. I don't know how accurate it is. That's pretty accurate, because that's probably about what I got. 316 bushels so far. So that's what she is. This is our last field of beans for now. There's some double crop I gotta do for a guy after corn. Another groundhog hole.
Yeah, that's huge.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Probably some huge groundhogs. Love eating these beans. Yeah, they're pretty nice. So you can see it's mostly straw.